Okay, so I have brought you here to this peak in the desert, very close to where I live. I'm giving you a 360-degree view for a little lesson on orienteering. Now, some of you may already know how to do this, and that is awesome. And hopefully you've already had a lesson on telling the time with a sundial. But this lesson is about what happens if we are going around and we just happen to get a little lost, yeah, and we don't really know where we are. Can I tell my directions with little to no equipment? And then can I get myself back to safety? Well, of course there's many things we can do, but let's just think about this. So I'm out here right now. It is about exactly noon, and I did that on purpose because at exactly noon I know that my shadow, you see, if this is an hour hand on a clock, my shadow is facing 12 o'clock, which is north. So I'm going to put a big N in the ground with my stick, my handy dandy stick, for north, because that's about where my shadow is hitting right there. You can see that. And if I know that that is north, which is at 12 o'clock, and if I imagine this is a clock, then I'm going to turn my back to the north, make sure I'm turned all the way, and then I come this direction with my back to north. I am now looking at the south. The south. So I'm going to put an S on the ground for south. Yeah? And if I know that is north and this is south, oh, then I can put, that was a 180-degree turn. Now I'm going to just do a 90-degree turn from north, almost if this is a clock at 3 o'clock. So now my left arm is facing, north, my right is facing south, and so my front side is now facing, hopefully you're doing it as well, and you already know that we're facing east. Yeah, that way, here in the northern hemisphere. And then we're gonna put our backs to east, and then so we're turning ourselves yet again, yeah, and we are now facing west this way. So now I'm putting a W down. So now I have created my own human compass here: north, south, east, and west. And I did this with just the use of my clock and knowing the time, where you can just guesstimate the time. But it's great if you have a clock, you can figure it out. You can create your sundial clock on the ground, and then you can start to figure out where's 12 o'clock and where's the hour hand would be at 1 or 2 or 3, and 12 o'clock is north, is going to be your north. Of course, this doesn't work at night, but yeah, so this gives us a sense of our directions, yeah, a directional sense. Now, it's really important that we learn the geography of our area, yes, and so in the story that I'm going to be telling you in main lesson, you're going to hear about this, so it just really helps to know some geographical features. So I want to look at the big geographical features, so that if I'm lost in the woods, I can look out and I can see, pretty much I'm going to see mountains. So if you can see that, those mountains way over there, you see that ridge of mountains? Okay, this is the Coachella Valley, and those are known as the Little San Bernardino Mountains. So I know that those are those mountains, and they are facing north. So if I'm looking at the Little San Bernardino Mountains and I'm facing them, I'm facing north. Okay, if I do again another 90-degree turn to east, oh, look at that. So I have this set of mountains. I'm lucky I have all these mountains around me in this valley. And do you see there's a mountain with a little hill like hump right there, yeah? Well, that directly east of me is known as the Eisenhower Hill. It's named after our President Eisenhower because he had a funny shaped head. Bald head. That's what I'm told. That's what the locals tell us. So whenever you see that, you know that's east. And I also think of it as the hump to the camel, because just below that is the living desert, which if you've ever been there, it's really awesome, and they have camels there. So I often think, oh, there's the living desert, there's the hump, Eisenhower Hill. So that's east. If I turn south, Yeah, I have these mountains. These are the Santa Rosa Mountains. They're really big. Right now there's some snow way up there on the Santa Rosa Mountains, and those are south. And I go that way to go to San Diego and to come to Vista to teach you. Of course, I'm only out here on the weekends and holidays. But yeah, that's one of my favorite places. Santa Rosa Mountains, just beautiful. And there's going to be snow up there, Idlewild's up there. And if you've ever been there. And then if I turn west, here we go. I've got these hills right over here, which are just extending from Mount San Jacinto. They're the foothills to Mount San Jacinto, and of course still the foothills to the Santa Rosa Mountains. But they're just right there. So I know those particular mountains because I see them every day. I see them pretty much every day. So I know if I did get lost, all I'd need to do to find north, to find east, to find south, and to find west, what I'm looking for as those landmarks, literal landmarks. And that helps orientate me. I'm orientating myself so that I now know. I've orientated myself so that I know where I am. Okay. And I'd like for you, and this is the challenge, to go out and make your compass and to do the same.